Welcome to the Unofficial ACI Guide. This is Jody. We're going to be looking at live vMotion in MultiPod, moving VMs from pod 1 to pod 2. Let's take a look.
All right, and we're back. And now that we've done some migration, we did layer 2 migration where we just flipped the port group on a VM. We also enabled layer 3 on the EPG 100 BD 100, right? So we moved the SVI from outside on the CAT 9500s to the ACI Anycast address. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do vMotion. So on this UCSC series 142 that's hanging off of our Leafs, Meerkat and Mouse, we're going to vMotion a VM from that host all the way over from pod 1 to pod 2. And Louis, why don't you kind of take this and show us what we're going to be doing with that?
Sure, Jody. Just to confirm, we're going to actually move it from the V series.
Oh, the V series. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
To the C series. And definitely we're going to go, let's show what the VM is and where it's going to be landing. Okay. So first, we're going to go to our vSphere now and show the VM is right now connected to this host, which is this host here. Now 100, 105, and right now, if we go to the drawing, this is in the UCS V series, which is hanging on a Meerkat and Mouse. If we go to Meerkat and Mouse and do a show endpoint for that particular IP, it show you it's local. Go back to the mouse, same command. And to be fair, let's actually show you the IP of the VM. That would work better. If we go to the VM, we close here and do it again. Open console. Right now it's pinging another VM, but I'm going to show you what's the IP of the VM. It is 192, 168, 105, 100, 105, and the last 4 octet of the MAC is 493E. So let's go back and ping 106.
And 106, that's an IP that lives in pod 2, right?
That's right, 106.
Okay.
If we go to is residing in this host. This IP, this guy here, which is this. I wanna also kill this here. I'm gonna do open console. Right now, they ping it between each other. I'm gonna show you the IP of the VM. And here it is 192, 168, 100, 106. So if keep pinging.
So now we know that we've got bidirectional traffic from both of the VMs and the pods. Let's take a look at the switches where VM 105 lives today and see what that looks like. And let's look at the switches where he's going, just so that they'll understand what that looks like, what's going to change.
So right now, 105 is hanging over here between Meerkat and Mouse because it's connected via VPC to the V series, to the FIs. And now what is going to happen when I do the move? It's going to land. It's going to go through the IPN, and it's going to land to either it's going to land to this guy 146. So. I think I went through, Jody, but I
and you said it's going to lend to either, so it could go to Dingo or Wolf, right?
Yeah, and the reason for that because we're using MAC pinning.
Right. So on that C series, we're doing MAC pinning, which means that for that VM is going to be hashed to either one side or the other. It's not going to be like a VPC.
That's right. If we go to Wolf and Dingo right now, it shows that that VM is tunneling, is not local to this particular host. So we're gonna see, and this is Wolf, and this is Dingo, and this is the traffic is going by tunnel. The traffic you mentioned is bidirectional.
Yeah, and if we weren't doing that ping back and forth, this entry wouldn't even be here, right? I mean, it would be completely empty because ACI believes we're going to learn all of the endpoints locally, but we're only going to learn remote endpoints if that remote endpoint is sending traffic through the leaf itself and we know about it. Remote endpoints get aged out quicker than local endpoints, so if you're trying this at home, this unless you have traffic flowing through the switch, you're not going to see this. So that's why we created this bidirectional traffic, just so you can see when the vMotion occurs, this tunnel interface is going to be replaced with the local interface.
Yeah, that is correct, Jody. Also, we can show in the EPG operation tab. So we're going to 100 operation tab. 105.
Okay.
It shows you see is the host. 198, 138. If we go back to here, this is over here. 122.
Okay. What about our good old enhanced endpoint tracker? What kind of information can we get out of him for this endpoint?
Absolutely. Let's go to the endpoint tracker. And let me just do another search. Okay, it is. Right now, the latest is connected to via VPC to is local node 1001, 1002, as you see it over here.
Okay. Going on VLAN and CAP 204, MAC address. Okay, cool.
So you see,
cool. All right.
You see that? All right.
Yep.
So ready to do the move?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So
wait, go back to enhanced endpoint tracker real quick. I want to highlight something, everyone.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
if you look, I just noticed this. You see the main IP address there, the 100.105. If you go 2 or 3 lines down, you see remotely learned on 2 nodes. So if you click the little down arrow, that will actually show you which 2 nodes this has been remotely learned on. You see that arrow pointing down, Luis?
Right here.
There you go.
Nice.
So
nice.
What's beautiful about that is, again, we're only remotely learning this traffic because that's where traffic is being sent from this host to another host that lives off of those 2 guys. If that wasn't the case, that wouldn't even be there. That's just something else enhanced endpoint tracker does for you.
That's a good point. Good point. Learn and live, because I didn't know that. Thank you.
There you go. You got it. All right. Time to vMotion.
Time to vMotion. All right. So we're going to go into the VM. All right. Click on the VM. Just to clarify, this is going to be a hot vMotion. We're not shutting down the VM. So we're going to go migrate. We're also going to change the storage and the computer resource. Next. And 46. Next. We're going to put a local to that store. Next. And next. And next. And finish.
All right.
All right.
So while this is moving, do we still have things to our VM?
Absolutely. Let's check this out. Yeah, the traffic between the VMs is still going. Yep. Here we go. So ping hasn't stopped. It's moving.
Almost
And it's
confident. Oh, there we go, 100%. So it's moved. Pinion's still going.
So let's check our pin. Pins from here is good.
Still going.
This one I need to refresh it. And it's,
Okay.
still going.
Now, what about enhanced endpoint tracker? Let's go look at that first and see what he sees.
Okay, so refresh.
Yep, that's right.
Now it shows to 2001.
Ooh, that's right. Local interface Ethernet 122. So that's Dingo. NCAT 204. Cool. All right, let's go look in our switches and just verify that their interfaces were updated.
So it moved. So perfect. So it moved to Dingo. So let's just use the same command. Now it should show locally. And guess what? It did.
There you go. For the MAC and the IP.
That's right. That's right. If we go to Meerkat and mouse, you got to show a tunnel. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, mouse.
And also, I'd like to point out there is a bounce entry. So the B there is a bounce entry that ACI will use. So while this vMotion was occurring, had any traffic been coming to mouse node 1002, the bounce entry tells us we will take the packet and then we will bounce it across the tunnel to the new endpoint location. All right, so that was vMotion from pod 1 to pod 2 right there.
Thanks for watching the video today. If you'd like more ACI how-tos, design guides, and best practices, check us out on the web at unofficialaciguide.com or on YouTube.